Hello everybody, it's Applesauce, and here are my 5 tips for a happier life. So a little bit of a disclaimer before I go ahead and start this video. I am not a doctor or a psychologist or I have no degree basically. I'm just giving my 2 cents. I'm giving these little tips that I have incorporated, that I've kind of developed over the course of my life. And these are just the things that help me be happier. If you have some deeper rooted issue, I'm not a therapist and I can't really help you that way. But if you are optimistic and if you actually want to start making little changes in your day-to-day life to make a change, then you should go ahead and watch this video. So tip number 1 is changing your perspective. And what does that mean, you may ask? Well, you should really pay attention and notice the way you're talking about yourself and about your life every day. If you're saying things like,
I have to go to school today, I had to go to work today, I need to go to this event later today,
just scratch all of that right here, right now. It may sound kind of corny at first, but you should truly instead say, I got to go to school today, or I get to go to work today, or I got to go to this event. Even if it's very small of a change, that little shift in your vocabulary truly makes an impact on your daily life, and you're truly gonna feel more grateful and more appreciative about everything that you do have. And you know, if your immediate reaction is like, well, I hate school, so why would I say I got to go to school? I don't know if this will help you, but maybe you should put it this way. Like, if you know that you're gonna have to go to school for the next many months, many years, you're gonna have to slowly realize, like, this is something that you have to accept right now, you know what I mean? And the best way to accept something that you're already stuck in is by loving and appreciating it. You know, I used to always hate school. No one really likes school. No one really loves going to school. I mean, unless you're like a nerd or I don't know, you excel. I'm kidding. But if you are like many people and you truly dislike school and this is gonna be a hard shift for you, understand that if you do make this little vocabulary change, you might actually realize, like, shit, maybe I actually do like school, or maybe there are parts of school that I do like. A lot of people already have this negative inclination in their brain constantly about hating everything, and I definitely showed many examples of this. I mean, I've always been a hater for a lot of things, but when your entire life surrounds disliking things and being a hater and being such a pessimist about everything in your life, that slowly starts to blend, and you're gonna view the world through this negative lens. And for many people, you know, maybe you're looking at the mirror and you see like you have maybe a really big broad nose and you maybe don't like it as much. Why don't you like it? You don't like that nose because people are telling you don't like it, or maybe you're just filled with so much hatred and so much sadness that you just don't like it? You know, what is the rooted issue for that? I don't like to make promises, but I can almost assure you that if you do tell yourself constantly, no, I love my nose, I have a really gorgeous nose, like I get to have a nose that I'm able to breathe with, I have the privilege to have a functioning and healthy body, you know, I get to live life in this healthy, functioning, abled body every single day. I'm going to learn to love it. I am appreciative of it. So just one little tip that probably will help you be happier. Number 2 is practicing wellness habits. So what kind of wellness habits can I be practicing, you may ask? Well, one of my favorite wellness habits is going on walks, or just any exercise in general, actually. But going on walks is incredibly good for all sorts of reasons. I mean, you get to go out into life, live in the moment, live with yourself, think about things, maybe get off of your phone for a second. You aid in digestion. Going on walks helps you get in some vitamin D. There's a lot of benefits to walking, and it's a great form of cardio if that's what you're looking for. It's very simple, you know, you don't have to do anything crazy. It's very simple. Personally, it's my first choice of any type of cardio, but also any type of exercising truly is so much better for your soul and for yourself and for your mental health. Yes, it's good for your physical health, and you know, having good physical health can make you happy, but truly mental health wise, it's a huge thing to start exercising. And I'm not sitting here and telling you you should start benching 500 pounds every day, but slowly incorporating little things here and there, and you know, maybe starting to build a habit is going to be very beneficial. And going back to practicing wellness habits, having a routine, a stable routine in general, is super beneficial. At least for me it is. I'm not saying that you need to have a checklist or anything, and that if you don't follow a certain checklist every day, you know, or that you need to get a slap on the wrist, but having some kind of order in your life can definitely help you manage yourself and your mental health better. And I understand that for many people it is kind of unrealistic to go on consistent walks or go on a walk after every meal, for example, because, you know, people are employed, people have school, people have lives, people have to manage and take care of their household. I truly understand, but I do think that if you try and make it a priority to go on a walk or to actually try and put these wellness habits into practice, it will truly make a deal of change in your life. And I think that most people can reap the benefits of walking and other wellness habits. Another thing I love to do is journaling. This kind of goes back to tip number 1, but all it takes honestly to journal, you know, I'm not telling you to write an essay every day, but you can truly change your perspective and your life with journaling. One way I like to do this is by writing down 3 things that happened throughout the day that were good. And this can also help you with tip number 1, which was the perspective change. But you can write things down like, oh, I got to go to school today, or I got to go on a walk today. You know, it doesn't have to be anything major. Maybe you thought, nothing really happened in my day. You know, my day actually sucked. But maybe it didn't. Maybe you're just looking at it very generally. You're only looking at the surface. But if you really like truly dig deep, there are always something good that happened in your day. And if you're truly thinking, no, nothing good happened in my day, you are just probably pessimistic. You know, if you have this optimistic and positive mentality, you're gonna start looking at the world in such a positive lens. Even, let's just say nothing happened, like you stayed at home all day, literally nothing happened. You can still journal about something. You can still write something down. You can write, I got to spend my whole day at home today and I didn't have any responsibilities for the day. You know, you can truly write anything. There is no rules to it. That's another thing I love. There's no rules to journaling. You can write whatever you want and you can change your perspective whilst you're at it. Okay, so tip number 3, this one might be a bit of a eyebrow raiser, but drink more water. Drink way more water than you think that you all drink way more water than you already do. If you think like, oh no, I mean, I drink water. Like, are you truly drinking enough water though? I know this one's probably like, how is water gonna make me happy? It's like, if like you tell your mom like, Mom, I'm depressed. And she's like, okay, well, you just need to like eat an apple. This one's kind of like, if you go ahead and tell your mom and you're like, Mom, I'm depressed. I don't wanna live anymore. And she's like,
No, sweetie, you just need to go sit outside. You just need to, you just need to eat a banana, eat an apple, and you'll be all good.
I understand that water is not such a simple cure, but I do think that in general, drinking a lot more water than you already do will make you feel so much better, and in return, that good feeling internally will shine through. Water is incredibly good for aiding in digestion. It helps you feel fuller. It aids in the health of your skin. It helps with your joints and flexibility. There are so many benefits to water, and it's very simple, but I do suggest maybe if you have like a water bottle, then keep track of how much water you're drinking. I usually go for a gallon a day, if not more. Obviously, too much of anything is bad for you as well, but you know, as long as you're drinking an adequate amount of water each day, you know, I feel like it makes all the difference. I especially noticed like after drinking more water, my skin cleared up way more. That was actually my New Year's resolution for 2024, and since I made this resolution, that's one thing that I was able to be truly consistent with. And if you want to be consistent with something, but you know, if it's too challenging, you're gonna feel deterred and you're not gonna want to do it, then doing this small thing like drinking water is truly gonna make all the difference. I promise you. That's one thing I will promise. So this one's kind of similar to tip number 3, but tip number 4, eat whole foods. Again, I don't want to make food and water sound like a miracle drug, but I'm telling you, how you feel on the inside will shine on the outside. If you are eating whole foods and you are eating real food, you're not eating processed stuff, you're not eating junk food, you're not eating dog shit on a regular basis, I promise you, you will feel so much better. I have never felt as good in my life until I started eating a a mostly whole food diet. And again, I am not telling you to break the bank and buy every single fucking vegetable that's in the grocery store. And I'm not telling you to buy everything that is organic and that's pasteurized and that's this and that. But I'm telling you, whole foods are a miracle drug. I know, crazy claim that I'm making here. But if you have the option to eat whole foods, and if you have the means, you have the money, you have the ability to eat whole foods, why wouldn't you do that? You feel groggy, you feel foggy, you feel like you're bloated constantly. You know, I'm not saying that whole foods won't make you feel the same way, but I'm telling you that a lot of times the diet that you eat truly reflects how you feel. You know, I've eaten a 6-pack of crumble cookies with my brother before and we felt like shit afterwards, but I wonder why that is. You know, it's probably because I'm eating 300 grams of sugar in one go. Again, I'm not trying to say that any specific food group is the devil and that you should completely block it out of your life, but eating mostly whole foods for a consistent period of time is gonna just make you feel so much better. It's gonna make you appreciate the foods you get to eat. It's gonna make you appreciate life and appreciate the world that you live in, that you get to eat such good, nice foods. I'm telling you, it's great. Okay, I love it. And finally, tip number 5, everything in moderation. Your life's purpose isn't to look a certain way or to behave a certain way or to reflect and mirror the life of an Instagram model. You know, you're not expected to act and look a certain way every single day because there needs to be a balance to everything. If you're following the other tips I provided and you're doing that on a regular basis and you're walking every day, you're drinking water, you're eating nice meals every single day, letting loose once every couple days, every couple weeks, maybe every couple months is entirely okay, especially if you feel like that is what your body needs and wants. For some people, it's hard to just eat clean every single day. Maybe you're not craving the same sweet potatoes and chicken every single day. And, maybe for some people, it's not so easy to just go up and walk that day or to save every single penny you make, to journal and be optimistic, to drink a water goal every day. If you let loose on one of those things here and there, it is not the end of the world. And that's, something that I've been trying to learn for myself as well, because I hold myself up to a pretty high standard in terms of all my wellness habits. But I have learned over the course of many months that it's okay if I don't journal one day. It's okay if I don't hit a specific step goal, or if I miss out on my water goal, or if I indulge in a treat once in a while. I have learned the hard way that if you hold yourself up to a too high of a standard constantly, it's gonna be very hard for you to keep yourself afloat. So letting loose occasionally is completely okay. If you want that donut, just go ahead and eat that donut. Go out, participate in social outings, hang out with your friends. If your friends are all getting ice cream, get ice cream with them. Don't miss out on life because you're holding yourself up to an insanely high standard. Balance is truly key to everything. And I'm not telling you to go balls to wall and eat, 5 donuts in one sitting every single day and stay home sedentary all day and just sleep all day. I mean, if that's truly what your body desires and that's truly what you want to do, then, go for it. But I do think as long as you maintain a consistent lifestyle, if you have a consistent routine every single day, you're following a certain established routine, in general, you're gonna feel a lot better. And consistency is truly key. You may not feel motivated every day and you may feel like, fast food could be way easier to eat right now versus a home cooked meal. But at the end of the day, you end up feeling so much better. You end up being so much happier with the positive habits that you implement, because what you resist will persist. And if every day you're sticking to a specific restrictive diet and all you can think about is cheesecake every day, eventually that feeling of wanting to eat a cheesecake will persist and you're gonna go balls to the wall and eat 5 pies of cheesecake. So give yourself some grace, everything in moderation, have some treats here and there. Your life will continue, okay? You're not put on this earth to exist in perfection and just to hit certain goals or numbers. Alrighty, well, that is all the advice I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you made it to the end, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. If you like this video and you want maybe some more advice, maybe more tips from me, let me know down in the comments below, because I definitely have more tips and tricks up my sleeve that I'm willing to share if you're willing to listen. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful for you, and I hope that you live an amazing and happy life.